Hello everyone, welcome to another video by Medical 360. In this video, we'll be discussing about your career options in allied health sciences, why you should choose allied health sciences, and what are the different roles that are offered by allied health sciences. But before that, let us understand what allied health science actually means. Allied health science, if I break down this word or if I understand this word in depth, allied in general refers to an agreement or working together or staying in collaboration, and health science obviously refers to the science of health and medicine. So if I have to explain this word allied health science, it actually means it actually indicates all those professions which are working along with the doctors to save the life and raise the humanity. Now in this video, we'll be discussing about different career roles, opportunities, and the career advantages if you are choosing allied health sciences. But before we begin, do not forget to subscribe Medical 360 for such more innovative and informational content. So let's move ahead. As we have already discussed the introduction, that allied health sciences is a wide healthcare field possessing professionals who assist doctors in diagnostics, treatments, therapy, and rehabilitation. So it basically provides crucial roles in different fields like radiotherapy, physiotherapy, therapeutics, next nutrition, next optometry, patient care, etc. Also, if I talk about the roles of allied health sciences, they are associated with patient care, well-being of the patient, as well as they look after scientific methods by which they can uplift the clinical research and health education in our country. These professionals are highly skilled, they have diverse specialization, and they help in providing a vital role along with the doctors in the terms of healthcare. Now, after this, let us discuss what are the major roles which are available in allied health sciences. If I talk about allied health sciences, it contains 4 major roles in the terms of diagnostics, therapeutics, technology, and patient care. What is diagnostics? Diagnostics deals with all those techniques which help in the identification or detection of the disease. Therapeutics, it generally contains all those techniques and treatments which help in retarding the pain or decreasing the pain of the patient and increasing the well-being of the patient. If I talk about technology, all those scientific technologies, all those scientific equipments which are involved in the field of medicine. And the last, patient care, where we'll be learning about nursing, emergency and trauma centers, etc. Let us discuss all these techniques one by one in detail. Now we'll be discussing all these departments in details. If I talk about diagnostics, diagnostic contains majorly 4 fields. The first being MLT, which stands for Medical Lab Technology. Medical lab technology is associated with the analysis of the body fluids like blood, urine, lymph, etc. for the identification of that particular disease. If I talk about radiology and imaging, it deals with the techniques like X-rays, CT scans, ultrasonographies, and magnetic resonance imaging or MRIs, which are helpful in the detection of any disease present inside the body. Next, neuroelectrophysiology. Neuroelectrophysiology is a study of the electrical activity of the nervous system that is done with the help of EEG and EMG. EEG stands for electroencephalogram and EMG stands for electromyogram. These two are quite helpful in the detection of any nervous or muscular activity disorder which is happening inside our body. And the last is cardiovascular technology, which is basically the study of the cardiac activity or the cardiac muscles of our heart and the functioning of the heart, which is done by the ECG technique, electrocardiogram. Further, if I discuss about therapeutics in detail, as already discussed, therapeutics contains all those techniques and treatments which are essential for the well-being of a person in order to reduce the pain and increase his life expectancy. The first one being physiotherapy. Physiotherapy basically deals with certain movements, certain techniques that help in reducing the pain of the body and increasing the body motion. Next, audiology and speech language pathology. This technique deals with reducing any hearing or balance issues of the body. साथ ही साथ it also deals with any speech disorders any language disorders or any swallowing disorders. So basically it is the study of the techniques which deals with any speech, language, balancing and hearing disorders. Next, occupational therapy. Occupational therapy, as you know, in the modern age world, everyone is continuously working, continuously busy, and therefore they need certain techniques and treatments so that they can relax their body. Occupational therapy deals with those techniques in order to increase their life expectancy as well as work efficiency. And the last, respiratory therapy, which is a therapy by which any breathing disorder can be overcome. After this, we'll be discussing about the technology part. The technology part is basically includes all the scientific equipments and instruments which are available for the well-being of the person, medical well-being of the person. The first including OT technology. Under this program, you will be studying about all those techniques which are essential and should be taken care of while you are assisting a doctor in any operation theatre. Next, dialysis technology. We are already aware of the technique of dialysis. It is a man-made or artificial technique by which, in the case of kidney failure, your blood can be purified. So dialysis technology deals with the study of the technique of dialysis and its performance. Next, anesthesia technology. It is basically important to regulate the conditions of a person pre-surgery as well as post-surgery. So anesthesia technology deals with all those conditions. And last, perfusion technology deals with the study of all those machines which regulate the functioning of heart and lungs during any major or minor operations. And at last, we have the study of patient care, in which the major scope is seen in the case of nursing. A lot of students choose nursing programs where you learn to look after the patient and regulate his day-to-day life activities while he's admitted in a hospital or healthcare center. Next, optometry. Optometry deals with the functioning of the eyes, the eye care, as well as the vision test which is performed. And the last, emergency and trauma care, in which you learn about how to deal with critical emergency situations and how to support any patient in such critical times. So these were the different departments: diagnostics, therapeutics, technology and the patient care, under which you can build your career depending upon your interest, choice and obviously the scope in that stream. Now let us talk about educational pathways and qualifications. We have already discussed about the different departments like diagnostics, therapeutics, technology and patient care. Here are a list of courses which deal with promoting such studies. This left-hand side column contains all those studies which are involved in the diploma program, whereas the right-hand side column includes all the undergraduate degree program in the allied health sciences. If I talk about the diploma courses in general duration for the diploma courses is 2 years, along with 1 year mandatory internship. So the total duration of this course is 3 years. Whereas if I talk about the undergraduate degree program, the total duration of this course is 3 years, along with 1 year mandatory internship program. So the final duration of this course is 4 years. If you want to quickly enter the workforce, you should choose a diploma program. And if you're not that interested in entering the workforce as quick as possible, you can choose the undergraduate degree program. Now here is a list of courses which are highlighted in the diploma program, and here is a list of courses which are highlighted in the undergraduate degree program. For your better future perspective and for your better future reference, you can take a screenshot of this so that you can save it and consider it for further reference. Next, if I talk about the reasons of choosing allied health sciences, we'll be covering all those reasons. The first major reason for choosing allied health sciences is obviously high demand and stability. High demand because you know that this modern age world has developed a lot of healthcare programs, as well as the aging population requires more and more specialized and skilled health professionals. So obviously it is in high demand, and obviously healthcare will never fade. The industry healthcare will never fade away, so it is highly stable. Next is diversity. Diversity because you see a lot of versatile roles, as we have already discussed: physiotherapy, occupational therapy, nursing, OT therapy, next we have nutrition, optometry, etc. These are the major courses where you can invest your time as well as money, and you can yield a lot better in future. If I talk about employment, the rate of employment is quite fast because the duration of the courses is quite shorter. So you can easily enter into the workforce if you are pursuing any course through allied health sciences. Next, meaningful recognition. Obviously, you know that working in the healthcare industry is a noble work. So obviously you get a meaningful recognition, and obviously global opportunities. You get to work and explore a lot of opportunities beyond the nation. So obviously if you're interested in settling down internationally, you can choose allied health sciences program. And the last one is competitive salary and benefits. You get attractive and handsome salaries if you're choosing allied health sciences, as well as benefits like paid leaves, retirement benefits, as well as health insurance are provided if you select allied health sciences. So these are the major perks of choosing allied health sciences, and therefore all your doubts regarding this should be very clear if you are highly interested in getting into the healthcare industry. Now let us see what are the different work zones or the different employment sectors where you get to work if you are choosing allied health sciences. The first and the major one is obviously hospitals and clinics. You get to work or assist the doctors in the allied health science programs. Next is diagnostic laboratories like pathologies, where you can analyze the bodily fluids, as well as X-rays, MRI techniques, etc., which are available at different path centers. Next, rehabilitation centers, which are generally meant for the well-being of the person emotionally, mentally, and physically. Next, research institutions, clinical research. Not just you get to look after the patient or well-being of the patient, but also you get to learn about clinical researches and uplift the health education if you're getting into allied health sciences. So if you're not interested in the clinical thing, you can get into the research thing and you can join or enroll into any research and development industry later. Next, emergency and trauma centers, again where you look after the well-being of the person in critical and intensive situations. And finally, the home healthcare services for the people, old age people, or for the people who cannot afford to go to the hospitals, who cannot manage to go to the hospitals, are provided home healthcare services, where also you can look after there. Like you see a lot of nurses, you see a lot of pathology people or lab technicians visiting the home of different people who cannot manage to go to or rush to the hospitals and clinics. Next, we shall now compare allied health science programs with the traditional, the conventional MBBS programs. We should see what are the perks of choosing allied health sciences if you're not getting into MBBS. Okay, the first major perk of selecting allied health science is the entrance requirement. You do not have to qualify for NEET for all the programs. If you deselect bachelor's in physiotherapy and bachelor's in occupational therapy, rest all courses can be entered by any college or state level exams. Next, so there is no high competition national exam for this, whereas if you're getting into MBBS, it is very mandatory, or it is highly mandatory to enroll for NEET exams. Next, if I talk about the course duration, allied health sciences generally have a duration of 3 to 4 years, which is shorter duration as compared to MBBS courses, which is a quite lengthy duration of 5.5 plus years if you're getting into internship. Next, if you think about the entry into the workforce, if you want to work and earn quickly, you should choose allied health sciences, because a quick entry after graduation obviously promotes a early source of income, whereas if you're choosing MBBS, you get a delayed entry. Next, if I talk about the competition level, this has a lower competition, whereas NEET or entry into MBBS has a higher competition. If I talk about the data of 2025 NEET exam, approx 22 lakh people or students appeared for the NEET exams. So you can see that the competition is already very high. Next, career diversity. It has a high career diversity. You get a versatile roles if you are entering into allied health sciences. You get into physiotherapy, occupational therapy, optometry, nursing, emergency and trauma care, etc. Whereas if you're getting into MBBS, you have a limited specialization as compared to AHS. And finally, if I talk about work-life balance, which is quite important for your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. So this offers a better flexibility. You are not continuously drained and exhausted while working, whereas if you're entering into the MBBS field, it is often demanding our time, energy, and efforts. So obviously, if you want a proper work-life balance, I consider AHS courses or allied health sciences courses much better as compared to the conventional or traditional MBBS course. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked our content, do not forget to subscribe Medical 360 so that we can keep making such information and innovative content for you, and your doubts, dilemma, and delusions can be resolved. For any other further counseling, discussion, as well as doubt clearance, you can connect us on the given number mentioned in the description. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye everyone.